overthrow the government y'all got right now, which is Bad Boy and Nas and all that bullshit, and we will bring a new government here that will feed every person in New York.
Wait. The East Coast don't love Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg?
Ionescu hits, but it's an offensive foul. Illegal screen by Jonquel Jones. And Ionescu fires. Jackson inside, flips it up and in at the horn. Circus shot from Rickea.
You see, some people will have you believe that the whole East Coast versus West Coast beef, okay, beyond hip hop, okay, died alongside rappers Biggie and Tupac. Well, let me make myself abundantly clear. In tonight's WNBA game, when we just saw the LA Sparks take on and ultimately defeat the New York Liberty at their home court being in the Barclays Center, I believe, in Brooklyn, New York City, the New York Liberty just got defeated. The East Coast versus West Coast beef is back on. What a game, guys. Oh my God, that was cinema. That last 5 seconds, did you not see that impossible shot Rickea Jackson made? Rickea Jackson of the LA Sparks made the impossible shot, okay? It wasn't even like a layup, okay? Like she made it from the basket, but it was like a mid-range shot / layup because she just threw it like this and it was spinning around and it literally went in at the sound of the blow horn. She beat the freaking clock. And that was game. The game concluded with the New York Liberty, boo Liberty, having only 99 points and the LA Sparks defeating them. And in their victory, earning 101 points. The refs wanted to give them this game, but at some points in this game, believe it or not, it was actually like the refs were kind of like working against the New York Liberty. And I don't say that to like try to take away this W, try to take away this win from the LA Sparks. They won it fair and square. But from my point, okay, from the outside looking in, the refs usually like to cater to the New York Liberty, specifically Breonna Stewart, who was not in this game, okay, due to injury, but more than just her, Sabrina Ionescu, okay? Sabrina Ionescu is coddled, and again, like I always say, by the WNBA ref she's coddled, but I always say, like, you know what? Sabrina Ionescu lives at the free throw line rent-free, okay? I'm talking about cable, internet, Wi-Fi, electric, water bill included. She is always at the free throw line if you just so much as just bump into her on the court. Sabrina Ionescu is going to be at that free throw line. It was times in this game, I remember two times when they needed it critically, okay? If it wasn't for the refs taking away points, one point in the game, this is when like Sabrina Ionescu went off. I had inserted that clip prior to my commentary. They took away her 3-pointers, okay, a 3-point shot. Okay, Sabrina Ionescu was literally begging the ref, okay? She got in the ref's face, low key, no tea, no shade. She said, "Team me up. Team me up." Do you not know that he just ignored her? Now let that have been Angel Reese. Let that have been anybody else. They would have got more than just teed up, okay? I'm telling you guys, these refs are coddling Sabrina Ionescu, more specifically, but overall in general, they really have a soft spot for the whole New York Liberty. Let's get into some things. Okay, so the first quarter, guys, the LA Sparks left the New York Liberty in the dust. I couldn't believe it. I remember at one point in this game, in the halftime, this is what made this game so exciting. I was already rooting for LA Sparks through and through. But at the halftime mark, if I am not mistaken, the LA Sparks were up like 15 points. They had a 15-point lead over the New York Liberty. And then in the third and fourth quarter, in the final quarter, of course, we see the New York Liberty get tied. Okay, like 97 and 97 points, even lower than that, with the freaking LA Sparks. I'm like, how can this be? So in the first quarter, the LA Sparks showed up and showed out, okay? They made 35 points. The New York Liberty only had 20 points. The second quarter comes around. LA Sparks have 23 points. The New York Liberty having 25 points. The third quarter comes around. This is when LA started to just fall off. They only scored 16 points, whereas the New York Liberty had scored 24 points. And in the fourth and final quarter, the LA Sparks scored 27 points. The New York Liberty scored 30 points, but it was just game. It is what it is, okay? The New York Liberty, the refs took away some critical points that they needed, okay, due to fouls or due to them being out of balance, etc., etc. And even with Jonquel Jones, again, Jonquel Jones just came back fresh from injury, right? As well as Ray Burrell. I'm going to talk about the LA Sparks later. And we see Breonna Stewart was not in this game, okay? So Jonquel Jones, low-key had to like play for two, so to speak, okay? She had to like get back into her groove of being the Jonquel Jones of the New York Liberty, and also that extra pressure added to her plate, the fact being that Breonna Stewart was not in this game. Let's start with the losers, okay, for the individual player statistics. For the New York Liberty, Jonquel Jones put up 14 points. He had 4 assists, 8 rebounds. Leonie Fibich made 10 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. Breonna Stewart, actually, she played 3 minutes. But I just say she wasn't in this game because, like, she only played 3 minutes. But in that 3 minutes, she scored 3 points, had 0 assists, 1 rebound. Sabrina Ionescu, guys, she scored 30 points. She was the leading scorer for her team. She had 6 assists, 8 rebounds. Natasha Cloud, shout out to her. She's doing amazingly, incredibly well at the New York Liberty. I'm glad that she threw a fit. She threw a hissy fit and told them people at Connecticut Sun, I don't care what y'all say. I don't care about nothing y'all talking about. I ain't trying to hear it. Get me up out of here and send me up the road to New York, okay? Because, again, like, her career more than likely would have suffered at Connecticut Sun because they're just that terrible right now. But Natasha Cloud put up 22 points. She had 9 assists, 3 rebounds. Kennedy Burke had 2 points, 0 assists, 0 rebounds. Rebecca Gardner, 2 points, 0 assists, 3 rebounds. And Isabel Harrison, shout out to Izzy. You wasn't playing like this for us last season for Chicago Sky, but she put up 7 points, had 0 assists, 1 rebound. Maureen Johannes had 9 points, 1 assist, 2 rebounds. Stephanie Talbot, who just got the boot, I believe if I'm not mistaken, it was from Golden State Valkyries. She had put up 0 points, 0 assists, and 4 rebounds. Also, guys, my apologies if I'm like looking all over the place. I got my camera at a different angle, and I'm not used to like filming backwards, like flipped almost in a sense, because like the camera's like over here, the pixels, but it's like, yeah, so sorry if I'm like looking all over the place. Let's talk about the individual player statistics for the LA Sparks. Azurá Stevens put up 17 points, had 2 assists, 11 rebounds. Rickea Jackson put up 24 points, had 2 assists, 3 rebounds. Rickea Jackson is her. She was I believe, if I'm not, no, De'Erica Hamby scored the first 3 of tonight's game, and then Rickea Jackson closed it off beautifully. But again, when she was moving and grooving in the first, second, third, fourth quarter, you can depend on Rickea Jackson to bring it, okay, when it comes to that 3-point shooting. De'Erica Hamby put up 17 points, had 1 assist, 10 rebounds. Kelsey Plum put up 20 points, had 8 assists, 4 rebounds. Julie Allemond, okay, it seemed like she scored more than this because she played for so long. She played for a total of 38 minutes. She put up 4 assists, she put up 4 points, had 10 assists, 6 rebounds. Nia Fagan, again, shout out to her. She was Gamecock player under Dawn Staley at the University of South Carolina. She put up 4 points, had 0 assists, 1 rebound. And Ray Burrell, again, she's somewhat semi-fresh from an injury. Ray Burrell, guys, put up 12 points. She had 1 assist and 2 rebounds. And, of course, Julie Van Lowe put up 3 points, had 0 assists, 0 rebounds. I'm going to tell you what won in this game, okay, and what almost cost them this game, okay, when it comes to the East Coast versus West Coast beef, okay? I don't care what nobody say. LA Sparks, you better bang your flag. Bang your flag. Guys, I'm just joking, okay? I am not affiliated. I do not encourage any type of gang mentality, okay, or gang membership, etc., etc. But let me just tell you like this. The LA Sparks were very disruptive towards the New York Liberty. Now, they are a team, the New York Liberty that is. They can take a lot of contact. They can be physical. Okay, they got giants. Okay, when you think about New York Liberty, it's like skyscrapers. Like, hey, in Chicago, I call them my skyscrapers. But the New York Liberty has giants. Okay, they don't have a lot of tiny women on their team. But also, like, when it comes to them taking physicality, it can be a challenge to intimidate them or even frustrate them when it comes to defensive tactics, okay? So even if you are like really like smothering them and like on them, they have such like swift ball movement and cut passes and backyard passes and backdoor passes and oops, made you look type of, tricks they just pull out of their sleeves, okay? Like a magician, that even when you are very disruptive on them defensively, they know how to like bypass that. But the LA Sparks stayed on them, okay? They were really frustrating them in tonight's game to the point where they would literally just like smother them and just smolder them. It's like there was like a cloud, no pun intended for Natasha Cloud, of course. It was like a cloud trying to block the sun. Okay, the New York Liberty wanted to shine so bad, but you had the likes of Rickea Jackson, Ray Burrell, okay, Allemond, and the likes of those and such. They literally just blocked out the New York Liberty's sunshine from freaking penetrating through their clouds, okay, i.e. their defensive techniques. This was a very even matchup that I saw. I love the whole Kelsey Plum battling it out with Natasha Cloud. At one point, they were like comforting each other. Even though, Natasha Cloud, I believe the foul was called on her towards Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum was also making mistakes, okay? Don't get me wrong. She was getting on my nerves as well. Ray Burrell missed 2 free throws. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, either the first or second quarter. It just really, really did something to my spirit. It was disturbing. And then she kept missing layups. Ray Burrell was pretty good in this game. Okay, she put up what? 12 points, yes. She made some threes. She made some 2 shot mid-range shots. But them layups and them free throws, there was no excuse for that. And I know you still fresh off an injury, somewhat semi-fresh off of an injury. But Ray Burrell, let's not do that ever again. I love to see the New York Liberty get humbled, okay? Ellie was out there, the little elephant guys out there twerking and doing her dance. It didn't matter. Okay, they still did like some dishes. West Side, shout out to the LA Sparks, okay, for getting this dub tonight. Boo, New York.